Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Jenny Gaston, licensed professional counselor. If you're new here, thank you for joining us. If you're returning, I appreciate your support. And so we are continuing our hashtag menopause series. For those who don't know, we are trying to bring awareness to perimenopause and menopause, especially as women of color. It's often not talked about in our communities, but regardless of your race, ethnicity, we all should be having these conversations. And remember, my life does not end with my period. So let's go ahead and continue to bring awareness. And so today I want to get into another story time. Okay, I'm being really vulnerable here. I am about to start HRT. I've been doing my own research on it, and I'm going to actually start the Combi patch, which is a mixture of estrogen and progesterone. Why? Well, because I have a uterus. If you have had to undergo a hysterectomy, this wouldn't be an option for you. But I decided to try the patch versus pill form because the patch is transdermal. And for those who don't know, transdermal is through the skin, whether it's through creams, gels. There's different options where you can actually take estrogen through and progesterone through your skin, which is a safer option because it reduces the risk of blood clots and other issues. So let's dive into it. Grab some tea, take some notes, and as always, I always have to say, before you start anything, please consult with your doctor. Why? Because we're all different. And I made sure that I sat down with my gynecologist to talk about my options and my health history. That is key. You also, with anything, want to be aware of the side effects and have a journal so that you can make sure that the benefits outweighs the risk, of course, because if you're getting side effects and you're like, whoa, is this really worth it? It's probably not. And so pay attention to your body. But let's dive in. So the Combi patch has to be refrigerated. I noticed that when I picked it up from the pharmacy, the pharmacy tech pulled it out from the refrigerator, and that's the first thing I asked her. I said, is this something that has to be refrigerated? And she's like, I'm glad you asked. Yes, it does. And so you want to make sure that you read all the instructions in the pamphlet. A lot of times we're like rushing through, but you know, that is really important. The Combi patch is something that also needs to be taken twice a week, every 3 to 4 days. And so you want to be consistent on the days if you decide to choose this option. So my doctor prescribed the lowest dosage of the patch for me, which is 0.25 milligrams. And that is key because anytime you start something, you want to start with the lowest dosage. If you want to learn the signs of perimenopause and menopause, I am going to place a link to our hashtag menopause playlist. Now, this patch is not waterproof. Let me say that again for those in the back. It is not waterproof. So if you're swimming, you want to take a bubble bath or something like that and really immerse yourself in water, please go to Rite Aid, CVS, or some kind of drugstore and get you like a waterproof Band-Aid to put on top of it. You also want to make sure you place in a clean, dry area on your skin. Perhaps if you place it on your abdomen, you want to make sure that you don't have a lot of oils. You know how we do. We like our shea butter, our cocoa butter. Boo, don't do it. It's not going to stay on. All right. And so, and you know, the instructions also mention that the patch that I'm actually using, I have to use it twice a week. So I decided I'm going to start on a Saturday and switch it on Wednesday. And I have to make sure that I don't place it in the same area. So if I place on the right side of my abs on a Wednesday, I'm going to place on the left side. That is important to prevent any skin irritation. Knowledge is powerful, and so it's important to not keep all this goodness to yourself. Share with a girlfriend, a friend, even a daughter or a niece, because many times we talk to young ladies about, you know, their periods and sexuality, but for every beginning has a natural end. And we don't talk about how your body will change when you start to lose estrogen and how you can remedy that, because you know, aging doesn't have to be a daunting process. As I mentioned before, it can be actually the prime time of your life. Many times, because of lack of knowledge, we are suffering with these symptoms, but it doesn't have to be so. And so definitely start having these critical conversations. But let's continue. With anything that you do, you want to continue a healthy lifestyle. Yes, it's not just, okay, we're going to use this medication or these herbs to alleviate these perimenopause symptoms. Incorporate movement. This is key, especially if you're going to start hormone replacement therapy, because you want to make sure that your circulation is something that keeps flowing and keeps going to prevent any blood clots that may occur, because taking a pill will increase your rate. The patch is the same thing. The rate is lowered, but you still want to incorporate movement, still incorporate nutrition, right? Making sure that you try a regimen that lowers inflammation. And so if you want to learn more about foods that lower inflammation, I do have videos on my playlist with different options, because I don't know about you, one size does not fit all. So that's why I did a review on the Mediterranean diet, the Galveston diet, and Dr. Sebi diet, which is plant-based. All three of those plans, I like to use the word plans instead of diets, do work on decreasing, not increasing, decreasing inflammation, which is key, because as we age, inflammation causes not only pain, but it allows us to have more difficulty maintaining and losing weight. All right, and so food is medicine, y'all. It's as simple as that. And not to say that you can't have your treats every now and then. Listen, because you know, at the weekend, I'm about to have my cheat meal for sure. But know that, like, if you're having your cheat meal Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, that's 3 days. That's pretty much half the week, okay? It's 7 days in a week. You know who you are. No shade, no shade. I'm just saying, be mindful. Be mindful, because you want to invest in your body. Either you're going to pay now or pay later. I don't know about you, but I don't want to pay in hospital bills. I rather do what I need to do, and give myself all the colors of the rainbow, all the nutrition that I need so that I can thrive. Yes, that is key. And so if you're enjoying this content so far, thank you for hanging with me to the end. I am going to give an update in 2 weeks. It's going to seem like 1 week for y'all, because I'm kind of ahead in my videos. So I'm like 3 weeks ahead. So 2 weeks is going to seem like 1 week, but I am going to give you an update in 2 weeks to let you know what difference has hormone replacement therapy made in my life personally. Now, I have to kind of say that one size don't fit all, because with hormone replacement therapy, listen, 4 of us could be taking the same thing, and guess what? It responds differently to each person's body. It could be based on your levels of estrogen and progesterone, your family history, and all that. And so just be mindful. Just be mindful of all these things. But thank you as always for watching, and definitely hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next video. We're going to talk about what difference, if any differences have been made, and did the benefits outweigh the risk? Because let me tell you right now, if not, I'm gonna be like, nope, I'm done. Okay, I'm not like ashamed to be like, it didn't work for me, and stop, right? We gotta keep it real. And so make sure you tune in for the next one. Much love.